Persistence is very important. You should not give up unless you are forced to give up. I think it is possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary. Failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough. The first step is to establish that something is possible. Then probability will occur. The idea of lying on a beach as my main thing just sounds like the worst. It sounds horrible to me. I would go bonkers. I would have to be on serious drugs. I say something, and then it usually happens. Maybe not on schedule, but it usually happens. I would like to die on Mars, just not on impact. I don't create companies for the sake of creating companies, but to get things done. If you're trying to create a company, it's like baking a cake. You have to have all the ingredients in the right proportion. I think that's the single best piece of advice. Constantly think about how you could be doing things better and questioning yourself. The problem is that at a lot of big companies, process becomes a substitute for thinking. You're encouraged to behave like a little gear in a complex machine. I think the best way to attract venture capital is to try and come up with a demonstration of whatever product or service it is, and ideally take that as far as you can. Don't confuse education with school. I didn't go to Harvard, but people who work for me did. I think most of the important stuff on the internet has been built. There will be continued innovation for sure, but the great problems of the internet have essentially been solved. The secret to success is to know something nobody else knows. Work like hell. I mean, you just have to put in 80 to 100-hour weeks every week. When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. Great companies are built on great products. Some people don't like change, but you need to embrace change if the alternative is disaster. I think it's very important to have a feedback loop where you're constantly thinking about what you've done and how you could be doing it better. The best minds of my generation are thinking about how to make people click ads. That sucks. I don't create companies for the sake of creating companies, but to get things done. The path to the CEO's office should not be through the CFO's office, and it should not be through the marketing department. It needs to be through engineering and design,